Hey Team Cotton, it's your pal Sharde. Sorry, my hair is still wet. I just got done with hula practice this morning and I showered and put on some makeup, but I like to air dry my hair because it gets damaged easily because it's bleached, you know. Anyway, Miss Lanzones left a, I think that's how you say it. Miss Lanzones, let me know in the comments below. Miss Lanzones left a comment in a previous video because I've been doing some Shirataki mukbangs, and she asked how to actually cook with them because it does have a strong odor. The noodles are kept in brine, and then also asked for a more in-detailed cooking video. So I'm gonna do a cookbang today. Let's see how it goes. So for those of you that don't know what shirataki noodles are or are curious about them, want to incorporate them in your diet, they are basically these noodles that are made from the konjac. Actually, I have some here. Usually when you find konjac, it's kind of like in this square and it's a very thick jelly. Hey babe, honey. Anyway, sorry about that. So like I was saying, this is a block of konjac. It's used a lot in Japanese cuisine, and I like to put this in oden. And these are the noodles that are made with the konjac flour, and they come in different styles. Like this is fettuccine, for example, and this one is a spinach version, but it's still the regular thin noodles. I don't know if you can tell through the bag, but they're 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs. So whenever I like to use them, I like to load it up with a lot of vegetables and other things to help supplement it. Now, the texture can be a little different for people that just aren't used to konjac. I suggest that if it's your first time trying it and if you want to incorporate shirataki into your diet, start off with the tofu shirataki first. It just has a better texture that's probably more similar to flour noodles, but it's still not high in calorie like normal pasta. Anyway, I'm going to show you my method of cooking them. First, I get a colander and I start running some water, and then I'm going to use both original and tofu shirataki noodles here since I didn't have 2 packets of each. And sometimes if it's pungent, I'll rinse out the bag with water. Then I cut the noodles because they tend to clump together whenever you're cooking them. And then I have some boiling water that I'm going to put the noodles in. Boiling them helps get rid of the smell. I probably just do it for 5 minutes and then I drain them. I've got the noodles all boiled and they're drained, so before I use them, I'm just going to make a little stir-fry sauce. This is just a generic recipe based on whatever is in my kitchen, but most of the time it's comprised of shoyu or just any kind of soy sauce. Put a little bit of that. And then a little bit of oyster sauce. I have this vegetarian version that's mushroom sauce, but it tastes pretty close. And then just a tiny bit of rice vinegar. There you go. Let me mix that and see how it tastes first. Okay, now I can add a bit more. Okay. And sometimes I use honey, but right now I have this coconut sugar just to add a little sweetness, just a little. And since I don't have calamansi, my parents have a little plant at their farm, but there's no fruit yet, so I'm just going to use a regular lime. Calamansi is like a Filipino small lime. It's like a key lime almost, but a little bit different. See how that tastes. Okay, now to fry up the noodles. After you've drained the noodles, you could add sauce directly on top of it, like pasta sauce, but I prefer to cook it with the sauce and other ingredients. That way it takes on that flavor versus the other method. You can tell there's that separation of flavor and they're pretty distinct. So what I'm gonna do is just start off with some garlic and onions. I'm gonna add some coconut oil. I know these are like long chopsticks, but the metal ones make a lot of noise, so I'm just gonna use these because they're wood. Some of the garlic. The onions in there. And I'm actually going to add the noodles now. So even if you boil them, I still feel like there's a little bit of the smell. So drying it off by frying them in a pan also helps too. And it's pretty difficult to overcook them. They seem to retain their texture pretty well over the time that I've just stir-fried them and left them in the pan. If you saw my vegan haul video, I got these little baby peppers, so I'm just gonna add those. Got some mushrooms, some kale, and then these are the tofu crumbles from the haul as well, so I'm going to add them to the pan. Ooh, got some juice in there. And then this sauce. You can use this noodle in a lot of dishes. Noodle soup, cold noodle salad, pasta, anything. This is just a simple stir fry that I'm doing. Just something quick because I am so hungry from Pula. We practiced for 3 hours this morning. Okay. Just gonna add a little bit more onions. And then some sesame seeds. Looks good. All right, I got my calamansi juice. I can't believe I found this at World Market, of all places. Not too sweet, not too sour. Alright. I wish I had smaller wooden chopsticks. I just have these metal ones. But I'll see if I can get some. Mmm. Let's try this tofu crumble. It's like pre-cooked or something. But I would just get the regular little block of tofu instead of spending money to buy the crumbles, because you could do it yourself. Mmm. So it's actually Easter weekend, so happy Easter to those that celebrate it. I gave up rice and I kind of just stopped craving it after a while. I did try quinoa. A lot of you recommended that, and wow, it's not bad. This is gonna sound like total blasphemy, but if I had to spend my life just eating quinoa versus rice, I think I could do it. Let me get a spoon. What's funny is that traditionally Filipinos eat with their hands, but we also use a fork and a spoon. And even when I use chopsticks, I feel like I have to have a spoon. So that's why I'm using it right now. For any Filipinos watching this, are you like that as well with chopsticks? I don't know. I feel like it just feels awkward without me having a spoon in one hand. Lime is okay too. So I've been thinking about another mukbang to do with the hubs, because that Church's Chicken one failed. But a few people suggested the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge. And I looked into it, and that sauce uses the ghost pepper, which is like one of the spiciest peppers in the world, right? I don't know. We'll see if I can convince him. Maybe he'll just take one bite. So let me know in the comments below what you're doing for Easter weekend, if you have any plans. My family does a big Easter egg hunt, and then they have like golden eggs where they put money in, and those are the hard to find eggs. The regular colored eggs just have like candy or whatever in them, but everyone wants to find the golden eggs. I think we have 3 tomorrow. And then we're just gonna have a typical Filipino barbecue. So like there'll be tilapia and then the short ribs marinated in the Filipino way. I thought about doing a Filipino barbecue mukbang. But whenever my family barbecues, it's always like a special occasion, and I feel like I'm leaving them out if I do it myself. Like if I barbecue, I would want it to be with my family. So maybe I'll do a vlog on it one day. Because my dad makes some awesome barbecue. So I think I'm gonna leave this little bit left over. I know it's like a small portion. Sometimes I'll just save a little piece of my meal for later, just for like a snack. The hubs hates it when I do this because he'll find Tupperware in the fridge and there's just this small amount of food. I don't know, I just like to leave a little bit something left behind in the meal. That way I can enjoy it later, especially if it's something that I really like. But I hope this video was helpful for you, especially for those that are interested in using Shirataki noodles. I've been incorporating them in my diet for a few years now, and I really enjoy them. They may take a little bit getting used to, but I hope the methods in the beginning will alleviate some of that strong smell. But give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe for more mukbang and cookbangs, and leave a comment down below and let me know how you're doing. I'll see you next time. Bye!